Hi, my name is Brian Vagt. I'm the Library Director of the Glenwood Lynwood Public Library District, and I manage the library.
And hello, my name is Dominique, aka Damo, and I am the Technology Service Coordinator.
We had many of issues. It was with a previous IT vendor before we had hired RWK, such as lack of communication, and if we did get some communication, it wasn't very it was very cut and dry and no explanation. So if anything ever happened that was similar, we didn't know what to do or how to respond to maybe a ticket and saying, hey, you know, X, Y, and Z happened on January 12th, but we're not sure if it's this, or this. Being able to find issues that happen or be more proactive than reactive than what we had before when we had problems such as remote access, infiltration, and viruses pop up on our network. We had a lot of issues with that. Slowness with the computers, some computers not having a virus on them, missing programs that should be on the public access computers especially. It's one thing when it's us, but when it's a public access and your patrons are relying on, they have a secure, safe, secure network, and you don't have a virus scan on, or the firewall's not working, or the virus is hanging out there even though it was supposed to be dead. It's still sitting there on the network, and who knows what it's doing. Actually giving honest answers. We were hoping that the previous one would do, and they never did, and thankfully RWK gives us honest answers. They don't try to sugarcoat it. It is what it is.
Quarterly meetings, communication, paperwork handouts. We can do this, we can't do this, we should push for this. This is what your budget speaks to. This is what we're going to do. This is where we're going to save you some money. That is honestly the communication factor. I have not experienced that before with our previous IT company. The communication is just so much better. Not only is the communication better, but if I don't know how to articulate something, or if I don't know anything, they don't make you feel dumb, stupid, or small. They say, oh, you mean this, and they're willing to show you how to do it, what to go about, and they'll even say, come help me, because this is what you're doing in your department, so if this problem arises, you can help out, and you can do this, and then we can talk you through it over the phone. They actually give you options for that too. Sometimes I'll contact Steve and I'm like, Steve, I did it already. He's like, oh, great, what did you do? And then he's like, perfect, that's what you were supposed to do. So I have to say the communication and the relationship of it just feels better. It feels like the shoe that you find at the store just fits, okay?
And I will have to add too, when we talk about saving us money from a service to a product, it's just not, yes, it's inexpensive and we save money, but its quality does not suffer.
Yes.
Which is important, because you can be the cheapest thing in the world, and sometimes you do get the cheapest service, but not with RWK. It is quality service.
Yes, Kelly don't play that.
From the quote all the way to the implementation of the project or install, or the professionalism, the acknowledging that libraries have a limited budget and able to work with us, either not having to fully do one project or a piece of software, but working with us and offering alternatives instead of oh, you have to replace this right away, but you can get by with this instead.
It would have to be the customer service. It almost feels like they become the secondhand family. When you come to work, you have your immediate family, which are your coworkers, and then it's another extension, just from afar. So every time they call you, it's always, how are you doing? What's going on with this? They address you by first name, and they communicate very thoroughly. And if there's a problem, they all want to rectify it, and I get messages from like 3 different people. So I have to say, once again, communication is very key for me, especially in technology. Not only that, but anytime I ask a question and I say, what is this, or why is this doing this, they say, put your hands on it, let me show you, and let me show you what the issue is. And then they go in depth with you about the information and about the knowledge. And if they can't do something, they're honest about that, and they do what they can to get the information for you. So I have to say the customer service is just quality.
Well, I can piggyback on that too and say that it's a peace of mind knowing
Yes.
that things will get done and we don't have to constantly hound somebody. Things will finish.
Yes, we don't have to paper trail our extended family because we know that they're going to get it done.
Yeah.
Mine would have to be, oh my goodness, you all are great. You all give me great insights. Steve, he personally was like, hi, are you Dominique? He was very chipper about it. And I was like, yes. He's like, good, you're going to be helping me today. And I'm like, it's my first time meeting him. And he was so chipper, so welcoming. And the whole time he was teaching me things to watch out with when it came to my Mac and my Apple and what I could look forward to, how I could fix certain things. And he was like, so if this arises, you could do this. And we talked about this. Make sure you're taking notes. Like, he was very attentive. On top of that, Eric has become so very laid back with just being honest. Like, look, we can't do this, but I'm going to do this, and I'm going to come back to you with the answer. And he's very, very, very thorough. I will get at least 4 to 5 calls from Eric before I go to lunch, especially if he feels like he hasn't succeeded the project. He keeps me on task. Jesus, he's another one as well too. Like, it's because they feel almost like family after a while. Like, we were just sitting down one day discussing this, what we wanted to do as for cord maintenance, and we looked up and we discovered we found the Wi-Fi. We didn't have to come in for any device or anything. It was like, that was easy. They're very attentive, and they make sure, okay, can I close this ticket? Even though we're so friendly, it's still a job first. So I do appreciate how diligent they are and very respectful, and Kelly and Ashley as well too, when it comes to customer service and making sure we get good deals. Okay, they are very, very into it. You heard me with saving a good coin. Okay, do it. Hey.
Don't even think about it. I mean, like you were saying, the customer service
It's amazing.
is like on par. You know, you don't have to worry about anything, and they're good at communication. You know, like some of the simplest thing of like, hey, this is finished, to okay, this isn't finished, but we have a plan of attack of like, okay, X, Y, and Z, and this is the possible outcomes. We don't have to worry about anything. They're self-sufficient. Like I said before, we don't have to hound anybody. We don't have to get on them and be a pest. We can just do our normal job and not have to be relying on information technology. We can just do our normal everyday jobs and not have to worry about, is this not getting done? No, it is getting done.
RWK reminds me of, like, have you ever cleaned your cushions and you know you find $1 and you feel happy? They're like $100 bill. Like, you clean your cushions and you find this $100 bill and then you like, yes. That's what they remind me of. They're more than just $1, and $100, you can go far with that. They save you coins. They save you money. They save you money. They care about your budget. They look at your budget and they work with you. And not only that, Kelly has given me people to talk to get me money when it comes to old products and old devices. They connect you with people so you don't have to go through customer service with AT&T. Okay, seriously. So they give you great insight on where to go, and they stay on you with it, and they want to know how's it going. And if something's not right, and if Kelly says, hold on, I'll call you back, I know she's going to call me back with an answer. So I really appreciate that. They are very thorough and honest.
Yes. And like I had said it before about the peace of mind and not having to worry about anything. And if we do have a problem, everything's handled. And even if it's something simple, I'm like, hey, you can just worry about that tomorrow. There's nothing, we don't have to worry about that. And you're like, no, we'll get it done now. But I appreciate the extra initiative on things. I didn't even ask for it, and we get it. And I like working with everybody because, especially like you were talking about Eric, and he's just like part of the family. I mean, yes. He comes in and he's joking along with you, and you're like, you don't work for us, but it feels like you do work here in the physical building, because it's like you're part of the flow and you understand how it is. And I don't have to worry about saying stuff, like in-house, what's happening. You're not going to spread it all over the place, because I think having the previous knowledge of how libraries work, the ins and outs, and realizing that there's a public versus a private network, and how security is just as important on the public side as it is on the private side, because patrons come in trusting you that you have a secure network. And if you don't have that, you open yourself up, and patrons that put their trust into you for security, like on websites, uploading documents, emailing documents, secured Wi-Fi when people are doing anything from banking to mortgage to anything on that. You have that security. And then offering suggestions of maybe you should password protect your public Wi-Fi, so people are not driving down the road and pick up your Wi-Fi, and while it may not be malicious, there is that opportunity that they could get into your network. Pass protect yourself, save yourself from any damage and any potential damage to any other patrons.
And to piggyback off of that, they've gotten more people to actually come in, and I don't think they realize that. One of the issues that I previously were having with other IT companies is that we weren't able to get on the Illinois Department websites, or to use any of the services, whether it came to public aid or health or things with children as well too. So they took 3 days out of their time to make sure each computer was able to be accessed for each type of person that came in. And so now I have more people coming back into the library using our material here. So it's a plus for the library, but it also speaks to the IT company, because it was something that we felt was important, and they put it on the top of their priority list. On top of that, anytime I stress them, they always are very quick and diligent, whether it's security cameras, or you need to do this, or we should make this a priority. They meet us in the middle, and they compromise and show us the importance of something. So I really do appreciate that, especially when it comes to the safety. Maintenance, that's number 1. To check out analogs versus digital, that's number 2 for our security cameras. Number 3, AT&T with the hookup with them. We appreciate you so much, and I know that's not just computer-based, but that spreads around so many things. Just knowing different people who to speak to when it comes to Wi-Fi and extending those things as well too, as well as phones and phone lines as well, and selling our phones. We found someone to buy our phones through RWK, so RWK got us 500 phones. So for real, budget, okay? So they offer so many things. Not only that, but you almost feel like you're getting a class whenever they're here, because they want you to be right there, and they say, hey, are you free? Are you busy? Do you have a moment? And then they show you how to do certain things. It's almost feeling like you're getting certified with them. And if you don't have the moment and you can't do it, they're like, oh, okay. And they leave you these thorough, at least Steve, he leaves you these thorough notes on what to do. And they'll even, they're honest, they'll uninstall things as well too when it comes to Adobe Creative Cloud. They've helped me with that as many times. They have changed the password formations as well, even though this is computer related. It still means a lot. So I have to say they go above and beyond. And not only that, the personal aspect. If there's a foundation that's connected to something that you're doing at home, they say, hey, this foundation actually speaks to something we said in passing. I appreciate them. I really do.
And then also with other aspects, I know RWK handles copiers. So when our copier contract rolls around in the next couple of years, we'll be looking at RWK for that too, because we like the fact that RWK is a one-stop shop.
Yes.
We can get all at once, because it's easier dealing with one company that can do all these different aspects, instead of going to this company and going to this company and trying to remember what you said to this company, so when you can relate it to another company so you don't lose anything, RWK is right there all in one.